What's up, super players? It's your homie C-Rod, and in today's video I got 10 deck lists that are extremely budget, like this King Cole that I'm gonna start off with for $3 guys and 61 cents. You guys can get yourself this King Cole deck, and King Cole for the most part is pretty darn powerful. Why? Well, King Cole has the ability to start off with the extra card King Cole's Dynasty that allows you to have multiple extra cards on the field, and then when he's awakened, he's able to ditch an extra card and be able to get a 10k boost. Obviously, the extra card has to be a field card, and we're going to be spamming the field cards with King Vegeta Unison. And we have all sorts of field cards like the Unstoppable Invasion, Terrified Realization, a new ruler, Anticipated Onslaught. There's so many extra cards. They all have different crazy abilities. And then the super combo of the deck I went with was Zarbon, keep it Frieza's army themed. And of course we have Surprise Attack Frieza, comes out for free. We have another Frieza that comes out for super duper cheap. And of course the finisher of the deck, Golden Frieza, Pinnacle of the Clan. That's a double strike, and it restands and goes in with another double strike. This is an extremely powerful deck. Do not underestimate King Cole just because it's $3, guys. Look at that. So now we're going to be talking about the King Vegeta deck. Now this deck right here is what, 13 bucks, and the deck list to all of these will be in the description, so feel free to hit it up in the description and leave me a comment, because the reason I'm doing this video is because of this awesome comment right here. So I got this deck list happening. So we got a $13 deck. This King Vegeta is able to search for Saiyan cards, and awakened, he's able to minus the battle card's power, minus 10k. So we have a lot of cards in here that minus power, like After Image, Is That All You Got, Jiren, and the whole point of the deck is to activate the Young Invaders that starts off on the field because of your leader that spams out the babies. And once these babies are on the field, you're able to bring out the medium-sized versions of them, which is the Broly, the Vegeta, and the God Goku. And then once they're out on the field, you can bring out the fully optimized boss version, which is this SS Broly, Brawn Amplified, the Goku, SSB Goku, and of course the SSB Vegeta that is the main play. The most expensive card in this deck is actually, there's actually no really expensive card. They're all roughly less than $1. So yeah, 13 bucks guys, not bad. If you guys really enjoyed this video, feel free to hit that like button for me creating these decks. You know, I took my time, and it took me a while to create these decks that are playable. So we got this $22 deck, or $23 deck, roughly, Supreme Kai of Time. Awesome black deck right here. It utilizes the Overwhelm ability, which is where you send cards from the drop, you warp them away to bring out battle cards, and then they go away. But the Supreme Kai of Time has an awesome ability where you're able to take a life, and the cards that are on the field that have Overwhelm stay and they don't go away. And of course you're able to bring out the Migra Unison, which is honestly the bread and butter of the deck, because it allows you to Overwhelm 2 times per turn, which is pretty darn sick, and it fuels the drop area to Overwhelm. We got a bunch of 1-drops here for that energy usage. Of course, the Negate Power Burst, the Super Combo, Son Goten. We got some mid-range Overwhelm cards right here in the middle. And then we have the boss card, obviously, SS3 Bardock, which is actually the most expensive card in the deck, which is a $2 card. Wow. And then we also have SS4 Vegeta and SS4 Goku that come out onto the field with Overwhelm for 1 energy. And guess what? They stay on the field. They're going to cause some damage. And one of the other bosses is Fu the Dark Banisher, which stops your opponent from using any extra cards with its permanent. So this is a $23 deck. Extremely powerful. You definitely want to try it out. And like I said, all the deck list are going to be in the description. So now we have a $10 deck, which is Android 17 and 18, because I know there's a lot of Android fans out there. So we got this 17 and 18, and this whole deck is primarily about androids and using them in combos to be able to swarm them out onto the field. So there's a lot of combo play action in here. So we have the Android 18 right here, the sibling, and the Android 17 sibling. You're going to be able to bring out the vanilla 30k beaters onto the field. Of course, the finisher of the deck, which is the most expensive card in the deck, which is only $2 each. We're running 3 only, and it's a deflect. It's a triple striker, meaning it could deal 3 damage to your opponent's life, and you could go for game. I added a little bit of spice in here, some patine action in here that comes out whenever you rest something. We got Time Patrol Trunks for some overwhelm action to get you the right card, maybe get an additional swing and combo to bring out your 17 and 18s. And of course, you need the Android 13 to be able to absorb your opponent's cards. And then we got Android 20 that's gonna pretty much make your opponent's battle cards skillless, and then you can just absorb them. So this is a pretty darn strong deck. Do not underestimate the androids. 17 and 18, 10 bucks, guys. 10 bucks. That's pretty darn good. Then we got Turles over here for $15, $16, $15.50 more or less. And this Turles deck is using the Turles Corpse, and you're going to be using them to combo and then play them out onto the field, kind of like the androids. But now we got the Turles Corpse in here, and you're going to be flipping your opponent's life back and forth with your awesome card abilities. So in this deck, what you want to do is combo and play the Turles Army right here, which are these guys in the middle. We got the Tree of Might, which allows you to switch your opponent's life up, and then we got the Fruit of Might that allows you to flip it back down and give 20k power plus double strike to one of your Turles cards. And that right there is pretty darn clutch to go for game. And that's honestly the finisher. The SR of the deck, the most expensive card of the deck, is only $2 each, and we're only running 3 of those. We got the Unison Raditz over here. I mean, $15, $16, guys. You guys can't go wrong. I mean, I made these as budget as possible. None of the meta cards, but you can definitely splash some meta cards in here, and these decks will instantly become like competitive. You know, we got Son Gohan over here, a $32 deck, 32 with 68 cents. A pretty darn clean deck for being one of the newest ones. It's one of my favorite ones for sure. It utilizes a lot of blockers, and it allows you to self-awaken relatively early when one of your blockers dies, and then when awakened, you're able to pretty much boost the blockers and get them back in active mode and things like that. That's the point of this entire deck. I mean, 33 bucks, you can't go wrong. We have some Unison Action SS Trunks right here that's able to kill anything that's in rest mode, which is pretty darn clutch. We got Son Gohan Blocker, which is ideally our turn 1 play. We got some 1-drops in here. We got Trunks Warrior of Hope in here. We got the Gokus and Vegetas. This is the budget engine right here that allows you to, you know, pretty much get some more swings in. And then we got the 3-drop blocker that's pretty darn clutch, and of course the main 3-drop blocker, Super Saiyan Trunks, to change the future, that allows you to bring out the boss card, and the boss card of the deck is Trunks Might Born of Hope, which allows you to ultimately double strike, dual attack your opponent. Plus it's a blocker, and it's very hard to remove because it has barrier. Then we also added some extra spice in here, which is the Great Ape. You combo it, it comes out onto the field, and then you got a blocker, and then when it got negates, and then some double strike action just to go for game maybe. So, I mean, 33 bucks, you cannot go wrong with this. So, now we're moving on to the Broly deck. It's an $18 deck, and all these decks are pretty darn cheap, guys. I wanted to showcase this deck because it's still very powerful, and it still gets so many darn games. What this Broly does is you're able to search for the 1-drop Broly, and then you're able to kill that 1-drop Broly to bring out the 4-cost Broly, and then kill that 4-cost Broly to bring out the 6-cost Broly, and then kill the 6-cost to bring out the boss card, which is the Broly. The most expensive card in here is the Broly Limits Transcended, which is only $1, and most of these cards are cents, guys, and I kid you not, it's still very powerful. Do not underestimate it. We got obviously the Paragus in here to kill the Broly, and then some spice in here like this Unison that kills all barriers, dual attack, double strike. I mean, he's not dual attack. I mean, double strike, critical attack to your opponent. This is a pretty darn good deck. I added the Zarbon super combo because Paragus is way too expensive if we want to make it budget. Then we got Bardock in here, which is a $31 deck, $30 deck, more or less. The most expensive card in here is the SS Bardock Super Saiyan Enlightenment, which is the super rare, which evolves on top of the 1-drop Bardock, which we have right here. I'm telling you guys could get the promos and make this deck extremely powerful, but we're going for budget here. So the whole point of this deck is to spam out all the little 1-drops. That's what our leader does. And of course, once you have all the 1-drops on the field, they all gain a power boost when you meet the Bond 3 ability. And then on top of that, I added some Android 17 action because it's a negate that brings out a 1-drop from the drop area, which is pretty darn clutch. And of course, we got Gohan that picks up the top cards and plays out more 1-drops, and you want to bring out the SS Bardock that allows you to swarm more Bardocks crew members. So yeah, this whole deck uses a lot of 1-drops, extremely powerful. 30 bucks, can't go wrong, guys. You really can't go wrong. If you really enjoy this video, feel free to smash that like button, and I'll see if I can make more. Leave a comment about what type of videos you guys want. This video was made because of a special shout out and comment. So we got Son Gohan over here. This is a $35 deck, and it's extremely powerful. What it does is it's able to switch energies back and forth as long as it's mono blue, and then you're able to spam out your vanilla cards. That's why we have 4 Super Saiyan Trunks and Super Saiyan Gohan vanilla cards that are going to come out onto the field when you place either the Tien, Krillin, or Vegeta in your energy. And then of course we got some super rare action in here, which is one of the most expensive cards in the deck, because it comes out onto the field and it's a dual attacker. But of course, the finisher of the deck is the most expensive. It's around $7, and it's a triple strike dual attack in essence, and it comes out for 4 energies as well when it's activate main. And then I added a unison in here. We don't have any of the counters because that would make this deck extremely expensive, but for the most part, get the primary deck for around 35 bucks. Now, last but not least, we got Gogeta, the most expensive deck I made because it's Gogeta and I love Gogeta. So, this Gogeta deck right here, what it does is he's able to take a life, picks up 7, and then search for 1-drop extra card, and that's why we have a lot of 1-drops extra cards in here that are all gonna save your butt. And of course, we got the Gotenks Unison that adds markers every single time you Union Fusion, and our leader draws every time you Union Fusion. So that's why we have Goku BRs, Vegeta BRs, and we got Vekus to Union Fusion. We got our Vegeta and Son Goku, and the birth of a Super Saiyan Warrior that allows you to get the pieces instantaneously. And then of course I ran the Bardock Strategic Mind because, you know, you could just play it and give your Gotenks the markers to go for game with your Gotenks. We got Gogeta Time for Payback, which is a 39-cent card that is another Union Fusion target to draw and get all your abilities going. And then the Gogeta Engine that we like to have in here. Of course, we got the video game one, which is about $2, and it's a dual attack triple strike when you're at 2 lives or less. And the most expensive card in here is SSB Gogeta Fusion Onslaught for $3. When you play it, it's able to kill everything on the field by attacking everything, and of course, it burns damage to your opponent. And then our leader's double strike base as well, which is also good for going for game. So that is the decks. And hopefully you guys like this video. Leave me a comment in the comment section below, guys, because I am looking at the comments, and the comments are what dictate the decks that I am going over. And people were saying they wanted a budget deck list, so I will have the link to all of these in the description. Like, comment, subscribe. Feel free to share this to any of your friends that want to get into Dragon Ball Super card game. Be like, look, you can build a deck for $3. Why not? And if you want to make it competitive, just splash the expensive cards that are in my meta cards deck list. And that's gonna be it. Hopefully you guys like it, and like we always say, y'all stay super.
Win, so much to send. Win, so much to send. Every time I'm going in, double strike crit. Every time I'm going in, double strike crit. Double strike, double strike, double strike crit. Double strike, double strike, double strike crit. That's a double hit. Send it to the drop. Where you like sit. Send it to the pits. Send it to the pits. Send it to the pits.